I would generally agree that we are at very much this experimentation phase, right? And I think the point was made earlier that there's a lot of, in the innovation ecosystem, we've seen a lot of companies sort of launch what I would characterize as wrappers around the foundation models. And the challenge with that is, fundamentally, a non-deterministic system in a highly regulated and compliance-driven industry is kind of, kind of clashes. And so what we are seeing, though, is rapid improvement in how these generative models can be more grounded. We're looking at a company right now, for example, that's specializing in doing precisely this, but with accurate, verified, cited information, tying back to particular, your own files. And I think those types of innovations are logical outgrowths. They'll be critical. I think the notion of generative AI, what really makes it powerful, if you kind of go under the hood a little bit, is number one, historically, it's been incredibly hard to get access to the 90% of your data that's unstructured. Generative AI actually makes that dramatically easier. So any number of NLP improvements over the last decade, we're just kind of incrementally trying to keep up. And what we've seen is a huge step function there. That's a big deal because all of a sudden you've unleashed a tool to be able to process the 90% of your data that previously was sort of hidden from you and siloed away. The next logical question is, well, how do you then combine that data to generate reliable outputs for any number of scenarios? And I think that's where we're starting to see this notion of verifiable generative assistants come into the market, which ground themselves into your knowledge base, and which fundamentally a lot more transparent and trustworthy and copacetic with regulators, especially for an industry like insurance.